Hello and welcome back to Jeff Comics. It is our fourth and currently final box of play boosters for Lorwyn Eclipsed, Magic the Gathering's latest set. We've been having a fantastic time with our other three boxes of play boosters, as well as our collector booster box, which had some fantastic hits that will be surely going out to the community at the local game store in Bethlehem for Jeff Comics. Again, that's my favorite place to play Magic. So happy to have them allow me to open these videos for you guys, create some fun bits of entertainment, show off some great Magic cards that you can get either in-store or online. Links are in the description. Today we're going to be opening this last Play Booster box. Again, 30 packs of Lorwyn Eclipsed. We've had some fantastic hits, and hopefully this box continues that. Ooh, a foil Deceit in pack 2. Okay, we'll take it, Ooh, and a foil Swamp. I do like it. Let me get my little piles going, actually. Here's our foils, tokens, and all that. Yeah, this set has been very fun. We got new Chuck Lucachart, one of my favorite Magic artists. So I love that anytime we can see it. Ooh, and we got ourselves a pack 3 Soul Immolation. I don't know how pricey this card is. Again, this is pre-release pricing that I would be looking at, so I'm not even going to bother with this one, but this is fantastic. This is an additional cost to cast a spell. Blight X. X can be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures you control. And Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. So we got yourself a big old like 10-10 or something like that you can blight down. Maybe not even kill it off. You can just do X equals 9 and still have your creature around. And people will deal 9 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Seems very doable. Great little card. Ooh, a Vibrance. Okay. This time in the regular art, we got, looks like a little dog covered in flowers. Got some Kithkin below them, just running around. It's a dog with not horns, antlers even, I should say. That's very cute. Great little card, though, too. Fantastic. I was saying in the last video, compared to something like Sylvan Scrying, I know you need green for the casting cost to be able to get the Sylvan Scrying type effect of tutoring a land to hand, but it's any land, and it seems quite doable, I think. Of course, you can get yourself something like a Steam Fence with it, because it's any land, not just basics. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Ooh, we got a Showcase Thoughtweft Lieutenant. Very nice. Sweet little art there. Ooh, a Mutable Explorer. Ooh, and a Tristan. And a Blood Crypt. Okay. You know what? Honestly, I was going to say getting a Tristan for like the 1000th time today is par for the course. If you've seen the other videos, if you're on the 4th Play Booster box, I've seen we've gotten, I think, about, I'll even say it, 6 or 7 Tristans at this point through all the boxes we've opened. Man, it's a lot of them. But foil Blood Crypts. That's a fire pack. Fire pack indeed. Ooh, Endblaze Epiphany. We do like to see it. Deals X damage to target creature. When that creature dies its turn, exile a number of cards from the top of your library equal to its power. Choose a card exile this way. Till the end of your next turn, you can cast it. Or you can play it, I should say. So even lands work. Nice. Little piece of removal plus card selection. And it's an instant speed, so like, not bad. Ooh, Abigail. Eloquent First Year. 2 mana, 1/1. Flying First Strike lifelink. I thought it said bird, but it's a bird bard. When it enters, up to one other target creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter on it, a first strike counter on it, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Yeah, that's good abilities, honestly. It loses all of its other abilities, but, you know, if you put this on Jumbo Cactar or something like that, after it's somehow gigantic, I don't know, that wouldn't really work, but other stuff definitely could go crazy with having first strike, lifelink, and flying. It's a good set of keywords. Ooh, a Temple Garden in regular arts. Very nice. Ooh, our first time getting a selfless safe rights. It's been so many packs, so many boxes. I'm very excited to finally see one. It's a 5-mana 4/2 Elf Warrior with Flash and Convoke. Already fantastic, like, stat line. Flash, Convoke, outstanding. And then the ability that we all care about. When this creature enters, choose a creature type. Other permanents you control of that type gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Make this a little combat trick. Make it a thing that you just hold up in hand for a board wipe. If you're in probably an elf deck, honestly. It's a fantastic card, and I'm really glad we at least opened one. That's a great hit there. Hopefully more of those, because I think there's alternate arts, like showcase frames for that as well, that, if I'm not mistaken, look very sick. Ooh, another Moon Shadow. It was one of our last packs from box 3. It's a 1-mana 7/7 that enters with 6 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever one or more permanent cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere this creature, or anywhere while this creature has -1/-1 counters on it, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. Outstanding. Ooh, and an Ashling Rekindled. Regular art, not the Chuck Luka art that I love so much, but gotta say, pretty art nonetheless. And another great hit. 2 rares in the pack. Sweet. Next we've got, ooh, all right, we got ourselves a special guest. We didn't get a special guest in the last box, but a Regal Force out of this one. 7-mana 5/5. When this creature enters, draw a card for each green creature you control. That's cute. What they did with the like paper cut arts with these does look very nice, I gotta say. Let's read that flavor text as well. Not as old as the yews, not as strong as the giants, nor as discerning as the elves, yet lord over them all. Heck yeah. Got a Goliath Daydreamer as well. I know I run Regal Force in my Nissa deck, which is a landfall deck that just has a boatload of creatures and just wants to get a lot of cards out there and draw a lot of cards somehow, and that is one of the really good cards in that deck to be able to get card draw, because it's an elemental as well. Ooh, we got ourselves in a Johnny. Outland Chaperone, just making sure we didn't miss another rare there. We did open one of these in box 3 as well, but getting another one, always going to be great. The first 2 abilities, they're okay, but the -8 ultimate, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your life total. You may put any number of non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield and shuffle. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good ability. If you can get up to 8, which again is maybe a little tough if you're just in mono white, but if you got like a doubling season or something along those lines, you can get that thing out very fast, I'm sure. Ooh, whoa. Okay, we got ourselves an Aurora Awakener. Trample 7-mana 7/7 giant druid with Vivid. When this creature enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X permanent cards, where X is a number of colors among permanents you control. Put any number of those permanent cards onto the battlefield, then put the rest of the revealed cards in the bottom of your library in a random order. That seems fantastic. And dude is wilding out with all these things just coming out of his hand. It's you, when this resolves and the ETB resolves, you got 1,000 things in your hand, all just pouring out, trying to get onto the field. And, I mean, that'd be my reaction. Oh, no, how many of them I want to put out there. It's crazy. That's a great card and some great art. You'll love to see it. Ooh, right to the rare. Raiding Schemes. I don't think I've seen this one yet. This is each non-creature spell you cast has Conspire, which is not a keyword that you see too often, so we'll go over it. As you cast a non-creature spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share a color with it. When you do copy it, you may choose new targets for the copy, and a copy of a permanent becomes a token. Yeah, we haven't seen that since New Capenna, I believe, for Conspire, outside of maybe reprints, but that's a pretty fun card. And we have a Twilight Diviner as well. Not crazy, does create tokens as well. But, ooh, whoa, and a 3 rare pack. We got a Reese the Evermore as well in foil. Enters target creature you control gains persistence on a turn. It has flash as well. 1 in the tap, remove any number of counters from target creature you control, only as a sorcery. Nice little hit there. Sweet pack. We have Taster of Wares, a Goblin Warlock with what looks like a merfolk in the background. No, maybe that's not is that merfolk? Yeah, it probably is. Whenever this creature enters, target opponent reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control. You choose one of those cards. That player exiles it. If it's an instant sorcery, you may cast it for as long as you control this creature, and mana at any time can be spent to cast that spell. And of course, Sapling Nursery, fantastic little card that my Nissa deck that I was talking about earlier 100% goes into because it's affinity for forests. So you can probably get this out for 2 mana. Whenever land you control enters, get a 3/4 Tree Folk, and you can give your Tree Folk and Forest indestructible for 2 mana and then exile Disenchantment. That is so good. Springleaf Drum, love to see it. And there she is. High Perfect Morkant. Whenever it or another elf enters under your control, each opponent blights 1, and then tap 3 untapped elves you control to proliferate only as a sorcery. And elf ball decks can definitely have a lot more than 3 untapped elves, so this can proliferate quite quickly, and very, very solid card. Looks like we're about halfway through this box. And, I mean, we've been getting pretty good hits. I don't know if it'll keep up, but even if not, it's looking pretty good. Champion of the Path, one of the elementals that has a very similar formatting to the others. Elemental you control enters, deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Then it has the little exile after beholding. And then when this creature leaves, you return the exiled. It's an interesting little format of the card that they did, I think, on one of each of the 5-color rares. So it is a cycle, I believe. I think there's one for like Kithkin. There's one for, might be an elf one as well as that elemental. They're pretty good cards all around, gotta say. Got a Curious Colossus. I mean, this is as stacksy as it gets. 7 mana, 7/7. Creature enters. Each creature target opponent controls loses all abilities, becomes a coward, and has base power and toughness 1/1. Maybe it's not too stacksy because you can still do stuff with the 1/1s, but it's some really tough removal there. So if you're on the receiving end of a Curious Colossus, run. Or better yet, be a blue mage and just counter it. Or something, I don't know. It's tough. It's very tough. Got a Sunderflock. Costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest mana value among elementals you control. This could be just 2 mana 5/5 with flying. When it enters, if you cast it, return all non-elemental creatures to their owner's hands. Very good. Ooh, and we got some lovely art by Wiley Beckert. That is sick. Doran Besieged by Time. A 0/5 that cares about creatures with toughness greater than their power. It does the thing. I mean, it's not bad. If you're in that archetype and you're in the colors for it, you're probably going to be running that Doran. Outside of that, it's not too exciting. Sonar. Innovative first year. Not too crazy, but it's got some vivid that's okay. We have toned down a little bit of our hits since we've got some exciting stuff. So let's see if we can change our luck. Ooh, a Champion of the Weird. Not too bad. A Hallowed Fountain. I was just going to say, maybe a Shockland. Shocklands are always good. Lovely little Hallowed Fountain. Now, if only we can get maybe like another special guest. I don't think you can really get 2 in a box, but that would be nice. Champions of the Shoal has that same format I was talking about earlier. Behold in exile, in this case, Merfolk, that re-enters when this creature leaves. And then this creature enters or becomes tapped. Tap on the 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. Oh, we got Kirol. Another attentive first year. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Copy target not activated, but just triggered ability you control. You can choose new targets for the copy. Only once each turn. Nice. Ooh, a Mirror Mind Crown. We've got about one of these per box, and honestly, fantastic little card. For any creature token deck, or even any token deck, really, that has like high-value creatures that you'd love to make copies of, that's some gas. Ooh, and a Spine Rock Tyrant. Flying Wither 6/6 for 5. Already a great rate. Then whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell with a single target, you can copy it. If you do, those spells gain Wither. You can choose new targets for the copy. Awesome little pack there. Oh, and we're down to, is this only 3 packs already? Sorry, I was a little off screen there. At least on this, slightly moved over to the left side camera angle. That's okay. Got a Crib Swap. Ooh, and a Winnowing. Winnowing's going to be a great card in any tribal deck that's in white. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls, and each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. And of course, it just has Convoke stamped on it as well to make this 6-drop probably cost you about 1 to 2 mana out of pocket, or maybe even just a free tap 6 creatures and do the thing. That's a great card. 2 packs left. This has been a great box. This has been a great time opening this set in general, I gotta say. Again, if you're interested in getting any of these singles from any of these boxes that we've opened in the 5 videos, including the Collector Booster box, make sure to check out jaffcomics.tcgplayerpro.com. The link is in the description down below. And of course, if you're in the Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania or any of the surrounding area, come in store, Bethlehem, PA, Jaff Comics. All your TCG needs can be filled there with supplies, sleeves, deck boxes, singles, any sealed product. If you would like to get any play booster boxes yourself of Lorwyn Eclipsed, or many other TCGs, including Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and the like, jaffcomics.com. Again, that link is also in the description below. Be sure to support your local game store. This has been a fantastic little time opening these videos. I've had a great time. I hope you have also had a great time, because we have some last pack magic here with an Oko, Lorwyn Liege, Legendary Planeswalker Oko. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay green and transform him. The front side has 3 loyalty. A +2 gets 1 target creature, all creature types, that doesn't end, just none until end of turn. And then also +1, target creature gets -2/-0 until your next turn. I'm going to flip this over so we don't spoil a potential another rare, because I do feel at least something else here. And the backside that you can transform into is Oko, Shadowmoor Scion. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a blue. If you do, transform Oko to the front side. And, ooh, this backside only has minus effects. Interesting. So mill 3 for -1, then put a permanent card from among them into your hand. -3 is create 2 3/3 Elks. And a -6, choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of the chosen type get +3/+3 and have vigilance and hexproof. Very, very sweet. That's a great card to end on. I believe we don't have any other rares. We just have our foil. That's been a great hit. I hope you guys have had a great time with these videos. I know I have. Thank you once again to Jeff Comics. Again, my favorite local game store to play at and get my supplies at as well. Make sure to stop in store. Check out the links in the description. I've had a great time with y'all. I hope you have as well. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.